Namaste, beautiful people. Welcome to the authentic way.love. I would like to share about the habit of overthinking and future planning. And actually, that's something that, in my experience, was very stubborn in my mind and very stuck. And I had a high tendency of continuously overthink how am I going to do things and how they're going to work out, and going into the details and planning the future. And I was witnessing myself in it, and I couldn't even fully get out of it because it was so strong, and there was almost like this addiction to it. Continuously had to plan the things, and then at the end they will be different than planned anyway, and I would always notice it every time again and be like, oh. Or they would be, I'd had all these thoughts and I'd plan everything, and then even worries, or I don't know how it will happen, and at the end it would just happen effortlessly with so much ease and grace, as if the divine just provided it for me, and I would be like, wow, all this excess thinking for nothing. So now I'm getting much better at that, and I'm much more mastery over staying in the presence. But what I had, this big realization, was that all this overthinking and future planning, it obviously comes from the ego, and that obviously comes from a place of fear and distrust. Because when we have to plan the futures, because we don't trust that the future is going to be perfectly provided for us, and when we have to constantly overthink things, same thing. We don't trust that the way we received it once is perfect, and we don't trust that the pieces are going to come on the way, that we don't need to know everything right now. And I realized that what this creates, it actually takes up a lot of space from the divine to fully flow through us and to show us the steps that we are meant to make, and as well to lay the path ahead of us. Because when we can fully relax and step back and allow to walk step by step, the divine will come and will give us each step. Okay, now this and now that, and each step we just walk. One step and then we stay present. Next step, and everything will figure itself out. That's the thing. So when we try to figure it out with our mind, it's obviously impossible, because the mind just creates stories and millions of thoughts and ways and opportunities and ideas and all of that. But that takes away from the divine to show us the path, and as well from us to be connected to our heart intelligence, and for our heart intelligence to guide the way. Because that's what it's really about. That's what it's always have been about. But now, more than ever, as we are stepping into all these high frequencies, and we are all really creating this new earth, this consciousness together, it's for us, to all of us, to be attuned to our heart intelligence. And from that space, then, we will be guided to exactly the perfect things that are so natural, so simple, so easy, and so perfect for us to do, without us needing to think, oh, what am I meant to be doing, or where should I go, or how am I going to do this, or how is this going to solve itself. But no, we will not create more problems, but we allow the divine to create the solution for us and to bring the solution for us. Only by letting go of the overthinking and the future planning, and by giving the divine the space, to do the planning for us, to show us the steps, So we are literally just this consorts that have to walk step by step, that have to follow this little bee here. And from that space of pure emptiness and innocence, it's really the most magical way to walk. And that's when the synchronicities happen as well, when we let go of the mind and of the ideas of how the mind wants the things to be, but we just allow the divine to show us the way. And when synchronicities start to happen, then we know that we are on the right path. And then we continue. A dear friend of mine told me once, it's all about putting yourself into the right spot. And then you just keep walking. And synchronicities can even just be to continuously see 333 on the clock or 111, and those are all little confirmations, and to be very aware of nature, to maybe say something or feel something, and there might be a confirmation of a butterfly flying past or a bird or a sound, and we'll meet certain people. So yeah, we all, I guess many of us know the flow of synchronicities and the magic. So when we are in that space, we know that we are in the right space. And from that space, we just have to allow it to flow. Keep trusting, keep growing. That's the new way. That's the way. And that's the way how we always were meant to live. And the more of us live in that way, the easier it will be for us to maintain the frequency, and the easier it will be for others to awaken and to stabilize in that frequency. So yes, let's do it all together, beautiful ones. And I'm so grateful for all the beings that have embodied that and that are walking this path and that are an inspiration to me as well, and assisting me to continuously remember the pathway of simplicity and of divine flow. So thank you all so much. So much love and so many blessings from this magical Costa Rica. Namaste.